As I said, this is a special night because we do get that chance to recognize our outstanding students from the middle school, but I'd be remiss if I didn't thank a number of individuals. First of all, I want to thank the families and friends and the parents that really help and work collaboratively with our school district and help support your child. So I'm going to ask everyone if you wouldn't mind joining me in giving our parents a round of applause. And certainly here in the Ossining School District, we're fortunate for many things, but one of the things I want to highlight is our outstanding staff. We have a great teaching staff at the middle school and across the district, and we have some of those staff members here with us, so please join me in giving them a round of applause. And some of the special individuals that work on a daily basis to support the middle school as a whole and provide leadership are our administrative team, and it begins with Ms. Regina Celio, our principal, and our assistant principals, Ms. Dulce Barker, Mr. Craig Dreves, and Ms. Elizabeth Mercado. And I also want to recognize our Board of Education. We have some of them here with us this evening. They work tirelessly to really think very carefully about the educational programs that we have across the district, thinking about not only what's good for our schools, but also what's great for our community as a whole. And with us here today, we have our board president, Ms. Lisa Murray, and board trustee, Mr. Bill Kress. And if you wouldn't mind, I do want to recognize, at least read their names of the other board members that will be joining us in a few. Vice President, Mr. Steve Wardwell, Mr. Felix Flores, Mr. Greg Galiff, and Mr. Frank Snecker. So, boys and girls, this is a special night because we get a chance to recognize you and acknowledge all your hard work and dedication. And in a few minutes, I'm going to ask Ms. Celio to come up and say a few words, and I know our assistant principals will be coming up to say some of the things that our teachers have highlighted in terms of why you've been selected. But prior to that, I want to give you a sense of what you can expect. Number one, you're going to be called up one by one, and we're going to ask that you stand right here by the podium and that you smile right into the audience because you're on television, and then there's going to actually be a lot of photos taken at this point. Prior to that, you're actually going to receive a medal that we hope you wear with great honor that notes that you are a student of distinction. And you're going to be receiving a certificate that's been signed by myself and board president, Ms. Lisa Murray. And then finally, one of the other items that you're going to see, maybe not here, but you will eventually, in our middle school library, we're actually going to be donating a book with your name in it. That's going to note that you were and are a student of distinction. So not only will students that are currently at the middle school know that you are a student of distinction when they pick out the book, but also future students that enter our middle school will know that you are a student of distinction. And I think that's a real great recognition of your hard work, and we'll let you know when it actually hits the library so you can get a sense of when it's there, and we want to make sure that you know which book and at the same time when it's in the library. And then finally, we're going to memorialize it. We're going to have you on television, and Mr. Quiroga is going to be taking lots of photos, and parents at the end, we're actually going to come together and you can take group photos. So along the way, feel free to take as many photos as you like, and then we'll take some group shots at the end. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Celio. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Regina Celio.
Well, as Mr. Sanchez said, this is an incredible evening where we get to stop and recognize excellence. I feel so very proud of Ann M. Dorner Middle School because of the excellence of the teaching and learning that happens on a day-to-day basis with an incredibly dedicated staff who really knows how to teach middle school students. That's talent. Wouldn't you agree? Yes? But in a very special way, we are really honored to serve the very best students in the entire world. I feel very fortunate on a daily basis because we have the best kids in the whole world. And tonight is the finest example of your excellence, and I thank you for making AMD such an excellent school on a day-to-day basis. So thank you to the students who will be recognized tonight. And of course, I do want to thank the superintendent, his team, and the Board of Education for taking the time to make sure that we do recognize student achievement and recognize you. So let's give our board and our superintendent and his team a round of applause. So now, the moment you've been waiting for, we're going to ask Ms. Marcato to come up, and she wants a lot of sympathy tonight. She hurt her hand. I had nothing to do with it. But she's going to recognize our 6th grade students.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very proud and happy to be here to talk about the students of distinction in 6th grade. Our first 6th grade student of distinction is Orion Douglas. Orion distinguishes himself in many ways in the classroom, especially with his perseverance and effort. Orion is an active participant in class with an amazing desire and willingness to always improve upon what he has done. Orion has the unique ability to ask critical thinking questions and seek constructive feedback. He's well-liked by all his peers and teachers. Orion loves technology and spends a lot of time using Scratch to code. He enjoys reading mystery books and plays for a soccer team in Ossining. His favorite quote: "In order to succeed, you must believe you can." Orion wants to thank his parents for helping him with his homework and projects, and his peers and teachers for always pushing him to do his best. Please join me in congratulating Orion Douglas. Our next student of distinction is Sara Gardner. Her teachers report: Sara is a hard worker who is always prepared and exceeding expectations in any new challenges. Her thirst for knowledge and work ethic is impressive. She's always willing to help others and asks nothing in return. She has a fantastic personality, always helping others and engaging in meaningful, intelligent conversations with her peers and teachers. Sara enjoys taking piano lessons, singing, and dancing. Sara shares her favorite quote, which is, "Do not tell me the sky's the limit, because there are footprints in the moon." Sara wants to thank her mom, dad, friends, and teachers for always supporting and motivating her. Please join me in congratulating Sara Gardner. Our next student of distinction is Teresa Murray. Her teachers write, Teresa is an exceptional student. She's an avid reader, devouring at least 2 books a week. Teresa has a great sense of humor, which always makes her classmates and teachers smile. She's a leader and an excellent role model in the classroom, always willing to share and help others. Teresa loves writing stories, creating horror movies, and is currently creating her own company. Teresa shares her favorite quote, which is, "To learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail." Teresa says, "I would like to thank my mom, dad, and friends. They have always helped me during difficult times and always have my back. Daddy, thank you for helping me with my homework. Please join me in congratulating Teresa Murray. Our next student of distinction is Lucy Roach.
Congratulations.
Lucy is a wonderful, responsible, and competent young lady with a great personality and a beautiful smile. Lucy is a critical thinker, engaged in every lesson with questions to further her own understanding and contributing excellent insights in class discussions. She comes to class prepared and eager to learn every day. Her sunny outlook is contagious. She gets along with everyone and is an incredible positive role model for her peers. Lucy loves to play chess, skiing with her family, and to do science experiments. Lucy's favorite quote is, "There's no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs." Lucy wants to thank her supportive family, dedicated teachers, and amazing friends. Please join me in congratulating Lucy Roach. Our final sixth grade student of distinction is Rosita Sadi.
Congratulations.
Her teacher's right. Rosita is one of the hardest working, responsible, and dedicated students we have ever encountered. She's committed to being the best student she can be and continues to strive for academic success. Rosita is always on task and takes great pride in her work. She treats everyone with kindness and respect. Rosita enjoys to sing, swim, and play volleyball. One of her favorite quotes is, "If people hurt you, forgive them. If you fall, get up and keep your head up. Keep moving forward, don't stop. Success is your goal." Rosita says, "I want to thank my mom and dad because they taught me how I need to work hard to have a successful future. My teachers are amazing. They're always teaching me better ways to learn and grow." Please join me in congratulating Rosita Sari.
Now I welcome Ms. Barker, our 7th grade assistant principal.
Thank you, and good evening, and welcome. It's been a great pleasure this year getting to know the students, being my first year, and actually getting to know even a bit more about each of the students of distinction. It was actually really nice to see their excitement and surprise when I shared the news with them. So they made my day. Our first student of distinction is Isabel Maldonado. Please come on. Isabel's teachers describe her as a team player, determined and driven to always do her best. Isabel describes herself as a person who likes to make friends with everyone. She loves her family, especially being a big sister. When I told Isabel that she had been nominated and selected to be Student of Distinction, she was excited and very proud that her efforts and hard work are paying off. She would like to thank her teachers for helping her and her parents for pushing her to be a good student. Teachers find Isabel to be a motivated student, and she embraces things that are difficult. Isabel believes that anything is possible, and if someone tells her that something is too hard, she will work to prove them wrong. Isabel's work ethic and her determination make her an exceptional student of distinction. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next student is Anna Makanda. Anna's teachers expressed that it would take a full day to actually name all the ways in which Anna distinguishes herself as a student at AMD. They describe her as an amazing student and person. In addition to the outstanding quality of her work, she impresses us with her character, generosity, and kindness. After spending some time getting to know more about Anna, it is easy to agree with her teachers. Anna appears mild-mannered, but once you start speaking with her, a profound sense of outstanding character is evident. Anna has a passion for traveling and going on missions with her church. This summer, she hopes to travel to Panama to help rebuild a high school. When not traveling and helping others, Anna enjoys playing softball, field hockey, and spending time with her family. Anna has a positive outlook on life, and she says that she finds great strength in her religious faith. She would like to thank her parents for helping her and motivating her to do her best. Congratulations, Anna. Next, I would like to call up Bryan Tapia. At first glance, Bryan appears as a typical 7th grader, but look a little deeper and you will find a special young man. Bryan's teachers see him as a role model and mentor for his peers. In the classroom, Bryan leads by example. Bryan likes to play soccer, and his favorite team is Real Madrid. He also enjoys spending time with his friends and playing FIFA 17. For those of you like me who don't know what that is, it's a video game. Bryan loves to vacation in Ecuador, where he still has quite a bit of family, including his mom and 2 siblings. He wanted us to know that we should always work to make our dreams come true. He would like to thank his teachers for helping him learn so that he can grow up to become someone, as he puts it, useful. He would also like to thank his family for supporting him with his studies. Congratulations, Bryan. And our final 7th grade student of distinction is Brandon Tapan. So it's impossible to fully describe the surprise and excitement Brandon displayed when I told him he had been chosen as student of distinction. He greeted the news with such a sense of wonder that one might think it was the first time, but he was actually student of distinction in the 1st grade. Clearly, Brandon is a special young man. His teachers have this to say: Brandon is truly a model student who displays all the qualities of an AMD student who rocks. He is a polite, kind, and respectful young man. He goes out of his way to greet all his teachers and always has a smile on his face. His positive attitude and hard work show how much he cares about school. When not working on schoolwork, Brandon likes being active. He plays soccer, video games, and the acoustic guitar. His favorite song to play is Michael Jackson's Beat It, which he learned to play in Mr. August's class. He believes that one should never give up and instead keep moving forward. It's advice his mom has given him during soccer, and he applies it to everything he does. He would like to thank his teachers for nominating him as student of distinction, the board, and his family. Congratulations.
And now I have the honor of introducing and welcoming Mr. Dreves, who will present our 8th grade students.
What an honor it's been to share this ride with our 8th graders. It's been 3 years, and onward you go to high school. And I really just have to say the level of pride that we all feel in you is incredible. And this is one of those days where we get to enjoy and honor you and all of your hard work. So our first student of distinction for the 8th grade is Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown was nominated by his teachers and counselors for his hard work, kind demeanor, and commitment to excellence. Charlie's adventurous, creative, and, in his own words, stubborn. Charlie maintains excellent grades and truly excels at everything he does. He participates in track and regularly goes on 3.5-mile jogs to keep in shape. I wouldn't even come close. In his free time, he volunteers at Muscoot Farms and Mead Orchards, where he hopes to work someday. His teachers report that Charlie is eager to learn and always has a positive attitude and kind words for everyone around him. His politeness is contagious, as demonstrated by the smiles of those with whom he interacts. Some words of wisdom that Charlie's dad gave him are, when playing baseball, if you get hit by the ball, don't let the pitcher catch you rubbing it, which means that you gotta stay strong when something bad happens. Charlie would like to thank his parents for setting him on the right path to learn, for making sure he didn't succumb to common fads, and to help him avoid becoming an atypical millennial. Please join me in congratulating Charlie Brown. Our next student of distinction is Catherine Vera. See, if it was given to me, I wouldn't have had any of that problem with her. So Catherine is a loyal, determined, and hardworking student. All of her teachers agree that she is a model student who has more than earned the success that she has received at AMD. Each and every day, Catherine enters the classroom showing that she cares deeply about everything. From the work that she does in class and at home, to the relationships that she forms with her teachers and peers, to her dedication to her academics, Catherine is an incredible person and student. Catherine's classmates can always count on her to lend a helping hand, and she always greets everyone with a smile and a friendly hello. When I asked her what she enjoys doing, she told me that she's on the softball team and that she loves basketball too. She also commented that she wants to go to UCLA someday. I'm sure it won't be long. A quote that she finds inspiring is, "Don't let yesterday take up too much of today." She wants to thank her family and teachers for all their support. Please join me in congratulating Catherine Farah. Our next student of distinction is Ella Zebulon. So it's interesting. I asked Ella to talk to her friends and get some adjectives that they'd use to describe her, and she came back with a list of about 20 adjectives. Here are some of the adjectives that her friends used to describe her. They said she is considerate, outgoing, persistent, kind-hearted, and, in all capitals, awesome. She's in jazz band, plays piano and oboe, dances at La Brea Dance Academy, and someday wishes to be a veterinarian. In the recommendation submitted by Ella's teachers, it begins, all capitals, again, always smiling, the two words that define Ella Zebulon. They go on to report that she brings a positive energy to our school community and has cheered most of us up at some time or another. She puts forth 100% and takes great pride in everything she does. Her teachers go on to say that she is a great role model and an asset to the school and classroom. Ella lives by Mahatma Gandhi's words of wisdom. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. She'd like to thank her teachers for helping her to keep on track, and of course, Mom and Dad for always believing in her and helping her to achieve her best. Please join me in congratulating Ella Zebulon. Congratulations. Our final student of distinction for the 8th grade is Jana Jew. Jana's friends would describe her as sweet, charismatic, intellectual, and, I was quite impressed by this, wise. When she's not studying hard, she participates in Girl Scouts and enjoys meeting new friends and singing. Jana's teachers report that one of her best qualities is that she always puts forth her full effort, she takes risks in order to learn, and views each day and each assignment as an opportunity to grow as both a student and person. While Jana might appear to be quiet or reserved during class, she's simply listening intently to the discussion, but her teachers report that she always comes right out of her shell when with her friends or during group work. Jana lives by the words of wisdom. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. She would like to thank her friends and family for their love and support. Please join me in congratulating Jana Jew.
I present to you Anna Dorna Middle School students of distinction. Very proud, very proud.